Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Kyra, and here on this channel, we love our makeup. But I'm also what I call a recovering beauty guru, which means for the last 6 years, I pretty much bought anything and everything that I wanted in the category of beauty and makeup. And now I'm reining myself in, I'm tracking what I have, I'm using what I have, and most importantly, I am loving what I have. So today's video is a very fun video that I'm excited to bring to you, and it is my top 10 makeup discoveries of 2024 so far. So we'll do this again at the end of 2024, but the important thing that you know about this video is that not all of these, in fact, most of these are not new products. They're products that I've been using from my existing collection that I am learning to enjoy or use in a different way, or just reaching for, even though I don't normally reach for these things. So I wanted to share those things with you today. Like I said, most of these are not new products. I'm just using them in new and fun ways. I will be swatching everything, talking about everything, and also applying a few of these on camera so you can see how I'm using them. But with all of that said, let's get into it. So first is a highlighter that sat in my collection for years before I finally connected with it through Project Pan, and then figured out how much I really enjoy this product. I don't have this one on today because it is a little bit light for my complexion currently, but I'm going to swatch it for you, and that is the Makeup Revolution Highlight Reloaded in the shade Just My Type. This is a beautiful sort of peachy champagne color, and I don't know why I didn't connect with this originally, but I really have now, and it is one of my most used highlighters from the cooler months. It's just very beautiful, subtle. It has a smoothing effect on the skin, and I just love it. I think it's absolutely stunning. I've used it on the eyes, obviously the face, but it is just gorgeous, and I'm really enjoying this now. So much so that I did end up purchasing a second shade. Shame on me, because I don't like it nearly as much as this one, but regardless, this is at the top of my list for makeup discoveries that happened within my own collection this year. Another highlight, and the one that I do have on today, though I have other glowy stuff on top, is from my Charlotte Tilbury Instant Look in a palette. This is the Gorgeous Glowing Beauty version, and what I had learned while I was working on this in a Project Pan is that I didn't really love this shade, which is their blush topper. I didn't like it over the blush. I didn't like it mixed in with the pink blush. But what I did discover is I love mixing the blush topper with the highlighter, and it makes a really beautiful highlight. It would be the highlight that you are seeing on my nose. So I'm just gonna mix these up, and I just learned that by mixing these two, it became a shade that was much more wearable for me overall, in terms of, you know, this highlight can be a little bit on the light side for my complexion at certain points in the year, and this was a little too dark for a highlight. So mixing these two became the perfect happy medium, and it's just beautiful on the skin. It's very soft glow from within, and it's exactly what I like right now. And I've had this for, again, years, but I finally found a way to use those two products this year that is helping me to use it with more intention. Next, I have a couple of lip products. I want to share them with you and also apply. The first one is my Perfect Lip Stain, and it is what I have on my lips currently. It is very similar to MAC Whirl, which we'll talk about in a moment. This is the type of product that you apply to the lips, you let it dry down, and then you peel it off, and it is a very long lasting stain. A lot of my other lip stains, even when I put them on, let them stain, remove the excess, anytime I put anything hydrating over the top, like a balm or a lip gloss, then immediately the stain starts to fade, just like a regular lip product. That is not the case with this. I will have this on all day and down to the moment I take my makeup off tonight, and I love that. As I've gotten older, I'm in my 40s now, I am losing a little bit of the pigmentation in my lips, which is normal, but I like to have that sort of defined, almost liner-like fill to the lips all the time, and this is the way I've been able to do that. So while this is newer in my collection, I did pick this up during the second quarter. It is 100% my perfect lip stain. The next lip products are a combo that I discovered that are really and truly my lips but better shades. And I figured this out while working on my natural makeup application with my online beauty academy classes, which I will link that video down below if it's up already. If it's not, it is coming soon. But that combination is my MAC Whirl lip liner with the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick, which I have a mini in the shade Pillow Talk. And I will pop up on the screen here a picture of me wearing this combo, but I'm also gonna demonstrate at least the lipstick for you. So I'm gonna take off the lip oil that I have on here. You can see that the stain is still there. See what I mean? It's just the perfect color for my lips. And now I will apply just a little bit of Pillow Talk in the center. I think that is just the prettiest and most easy combo. I could easily wear this every day. And I think at some point I am gonna end up wanting to purchase the full size of Pillow Talk because I'm finally wearing it. But isn't that beautiful? It just looks like my lips, but totally better. So I'm really, really into this combo. I've been wearing it a lot and I'm really happy to have found that combination. I also forgot to mention, this is the Sacheu lip liner stain in the shade MUAH-ve. So that's that one. Everything that I talk about will be linked or listed down in the description box, depending on if you can still get them or not. Next, I have tried just about every color corrector situation available on the market, and I always have issues with applying my base products over top of my color correction and having the color correction stay in place. I ultimately have decided that this type of sheer, like peachy sort of corrector is not for me. It's not going to work for what I need to cover. I'm still gonna practice with this, but what I did decide works the best for covering my hyperpigmentation, and this is not a new product. It's not a new product to you. It's not a new product to me, but it is the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. I have the shade Cafe con Leche, and it looks like this. And what I do with this one, there is what it looks like. What I do with this is I take my concealer brush, dip in, and I just go over the upper lip where I have my most annoying hyperpigmentation, and then I do the same thing on the tops of my cheeks where I have sun damage. And then when I apply my foundation over top, today I am wearing my Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Serum Skin Tint. I go over very gently. This was a tip that I got from my tutor from Online Makeup Academy, and she said, you know, just to kind of work in circles and be very gentle over when you're working over color correction, and that has done the trick for me. I couldn't be happier. I finally feel like, you know, when I apply my foundation the pigmentation doesn't come right back through that foundation because it's being disrupted, which I'm really happy about because this is not a product that has gotten a lot of use from me. I use it from time to time for spot concealing, but there's no way I'm going to use the product up that way. And so not only has this solved a problem for me, but it has also enabled me to finish up a product before I lose it due to expiration. Next is more of a technique, but I'm going to give a specific example, and that is mixing liquid blushes, and not just with other liquid blushes, but also with liquid illuminators, things like this. This is actually considered a liquid blush, but it is a very much sheer kind of illuminating kind of shade when sheared out on the cheeks. And this is the Maybelline Sunkisser liquid blush in the shade Shades On. But today I mixed it with my Saie Dew Blush in the shade Rosy, which is 100% one of my favorite shades from Saie. They made a beautiful combination. It becomes glowy, it's also dewy, but the sheerness of the Maybelline blush kind of helps to sheer out the pigmentation of the Saie blush, and it just looks absolutely stunning. I love how that turned out on the cheeks. The glow that you are seeing is mostly from this combo today, and I just love it. I'm having so much fun mixing liquid blushes together with illuminators, all the things, and it's like endless combinations. It's just fun. It's something different and new, and especially if you're trying not to buy makeup, try mixing your makeup. It's a lot of fun. And while we're on the topic of blush, this was a product, again, that sat in my collection for years, literally almost since the beginning of my channel, which was 6+ years ago. And I never really connected with it. In my mind palace of makeup, that's where I keep my ideas and thoughts about what my makeup looks like, what I have. I thought of this blush as a cool tone blush, and upon first inspection, it can come off a little cool tone. This is the MAC Sheertone blush in the shade BlushBaby. And so I never really reached for this, and I don't know why, because this is an incredibly beautiful blush. There is swatched out there. I do have a little bit of it right here at the apples of the cheek just to represent this blush as well, but even if it comes off slightly cool tone or closer to neutral in the pan, on my warm skin tone, it comes off as a beautiful dusty rose sort of warmth to my cheeks. I love this Sheertone formula. It is exactly like it sounds. It's a little bit more sheer and easy to apply, and I am newly obsessed with this old to me blush. And then my last exciting blush discovery of the year is really not much of a discovery, but I'm using it in a new way. And it comes from my very old Benefit blush bar, and I'm talking about this shade right here, which is called Dandelion. This is a very light pink blush. It's very pretty, but on my skin tone, I do tend to have to build it up. But lately, I've been using it in a different way, and that is to blend the blush into my under eye, basically, so there's not quite so much of a line of demarcation here. You can see I've left this so I could demonstrate it for you. So I just pick up a little bit of Dandelion here and tap off the excess, and what I do is bring this underneath and blend my blush into the under eye. Hopefully you'll be able to see the difference. It's also a beautiful one to take into the crease of your eye look and go ahead and, you know, give that sort of continuity in the makeup look. So this is just really pretty. I've also used it to blend bronzer into my skin a little bit better. I'm really loving this. I've always thought, you know, that Dandelion maybe wasn't the most exciting benefit blush because it is quite pale and it's one that I really have to build up to use it on my skin. But as you can see, it really helps blend everything together and I'm loving it. Next, I'm very much enjoying this product that I did pick up for my makeup artistry courses. It's a product that I've wanted to try for a long time, but there's so many mixed views on this product that I never really could determine whether it was something that would work for me or not. But when it came down to purchasing a few things to help me along on my studies of makeup artistry and having things for a kit, I did pick up the RCMA No Color Powder, and I do really like this. They do have a darker tone if you have a more medium to dark complexion. This could leave a white cast on your skin if you do have a deeper, richer skin tone, but for the rest of us paleys, this one will work. And it does just come like this. There's a sifter down in here. I just dumped some out on a palette or a ring dish, but it is very, very lightweight and silky. But the cool thing about this, besides the fact that it deposits absolutely zero color on the skin and sets the makeup that way, is that this is a product that they use a lot for movie and TV makeup, because you can pile this on and pile this on and pile this on all day long for retouches, etc., and it's never going to look cakey or heavy. And I was really surprised that this does in fact set my makeup on my combo oily skin, and it's great for touch-ups as well. I will just typically, you know, use whatever's left on the puff and just gently press that in any areas where I feel like I need to touch up. And I love it. I'm really excited, and dang if you don't get a bang for your buck with this one. It's about $15. I did pick mine up on Amazon, and I'm gonna have this for the rest of my life. And lastly, let's talk about an eyeshadow, my perfect transition shade. And what I mean by that is it perfectly blends other shades into my own skin tone. So this may not be the perfect transition shade for you, and none of these products are, these discoveries are about you going out and buying the same products. It's about you going into your own collection and finding new and different ways to use your collection to find your perfect My Lips But Better shade, your perfect transition shade. But this is my perfect transition shade. It happens to come from the Patrick Ta Major Dimension palette, which is the first one, and it's actually called Transition right here. You're gonna see I have a great big dip in mine. I absolutely love this shade. I expect to hit pan any day now. It's just perfect. And like I said, the point of this is for you to go into your own collection and start swatching things around and find your perfect transition shade. And what you're looking for in a perfect transition shade is a shade that's just a couple of shades deeper than your natural skin tone. And it's going to add a great base if you want to put it on first as a transition to blend other colors over top, but it also just works great for a natural contour if you're not much into makeup, or it's also a great shade for blending out the edges of your eye look if you're using, you know, other shades. So I really love this color. It's perfect for me. If I ever use it up, I'm gonna have to repurchase this palette because it's perfect for me. But let's say you don't have a warm skin tone like I do. You might want a brown that leans a little bit more neutral or cool, or maybe you have pink undertones and you need a brown that has just that slight undertone touch of a pink, you know. And those are my top 10 makeup discoveries so far for 2024. Let me know down below, what are the discoveries that you're making in your collection this year? Whether products are new or old, but especially if they're old and maybe unused or neglected, and you're finding ways to use them in new and exciting ways, let us know down below. And I hope all of your makeup days are absolutely beautiful makeup days. And I will see you in my next video very soon. Bye.